Hey everybody, welcome back. And well, it's Sunday and it's beautiful. We've been doing a few videos, getting things ready for you, and of course, getting ready for fall. But as the headline says, holy smokes, we've had more than a 20% increase in listing inventory as far as new homes on market over the last 7 days. Now, actually, it's closer to 50%, but most people would find that unrealistic. So we put 20% down. Here's the funny thing. As we go through the metrics today and we talk about our market and what's going on, how is this going to affect what we're seeing moving forward? Is this seasonally normal? What the heck is going on? And we're going to go over that. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and bring up our, hang on a second, there we go. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Hey, remember when you subscribe and when you share, it just tells us that we're doing things right, which is super cool. Plus, you can see my Terminator arm. Anyway, if you have any questions, make sure that you're asking. We love to answer your questions. We normally get to them in about 30 minutes, so make sure that you're asking. And again, there's no obligation at all. And with that, when we take a look at the fall weather that is coming up. Remember, you have free access at bentleycontractors.com to vetted contractors. All right. That's what the webpage looks like. They're vetted. There's no cost. There's no benefit to us. The benefit is for you. You get better pricing. You get great communication. And if there's any one thing you don't like, they will fix it. You contact me if there's any questions. And when I reach out, they know to jump. So again, we're heading into fall. We're going to have an updated video here. And there are things you need to do on your home. So make sure you watch that video. We'll fire that around to everybody. And make sure that you're taking a look at what do I need to do to take care of the most valuable asset that I own. Super important. All right. And again, forward that video on to others so that they can, basically take care of their home and have access to people to blow out their gutters, make sure that the home is buttoned up. If you have a chimney, getting it swept, things like that. Yeah, we'll go over all that later. So in the meantime, 7-day running average. Take a look at this. So when we take a look at just what's happened in the last 7 days, we have 1,230 homes on market. 1,007 of them pending, and then of course sold was at 741 versus last week, which was 639, 1,151 for pending, and 1,040. Now, if you watch last week's video, you'll see how all of that actually was predicted because it is seasonally normal, okay? And you have to understand that as we now get past the vacation trifecta, all of a sudden, there's a lot of sellers that are going to start coming on board, as you just saw, and we're going to start to see pended, and we're going to start to see solds match that. Now, here's the thing. For the second time, only the second time since the middle of October 2022, last year, has the number of new on market surpassed the number of pended. Normally, for every home that's coming on market, 2 have been going off. We're going to see that change just a little bit as we head into basically from now until about the end of November, first part of December. And we're going to see that kind of activity where we're going to see more people that are going to want to make that transition. And our market, again, is our third little hot market of the year. And that is what we will see. All right. Some people are saying, George, what the heck is that chart in the upper right-hand corner? Well, that's super simple. That shows you from 2020 to today, the level of new homes coming on market. And as you can see, 2020 was a little bit, then we dipped down a little bit, which was normal because we were supposed to stay home. And then all of a sudden it just took off. But then as you can see in 2023, it has just been absolutely just plummeting, which has been an adverse effect on all of the homes in our inventory and why we're seeing some of our staggering numbers. On the flip side, however, it is why we're also getting a lot of price support, even though interest rates are at their highest level in 23 years, almost double what they were, in 2020, 2021. Now, when we take and we translate that moving forward and we talk about, okay, what's going to happen over the rest of the year? And that is going to translate into a kind of a modest, kind of flattening type of activity. And some people are saying, okay, George, but we hear prices are going way down, and there's certain areas that are just, just catastrophic. And that is a false statement. Now, yes, there are some areas where we're seeing a little bit of a price reduction on homes that have sold. That doesn't mean that the value of their home came down. It's just what's going on market and being sold is at a different price point. Now, when we take a look at this chart is super, super funny to take a look at, because you can see that right now we're at about 99% from list price to sales price. And as we scroll this back, you can see that, sure, in 2020, 2021 and 2022, parts of that we saw extremely high, meaning over asking price and like up to 103%, 105% of list price, okay? Then that actually started to scroll back again. Not unnatural. Normally, we're between 97 and 100 as far as well-priced homes. That does not mean the overpriced homes. So if we went back to the other charts where you saw expired and canceled, okay, those are homes that missed the mark, okay? And understand that, and that's a different video. We can talk about that later. But as we start moving forward, and we start taking a look at what is our year to date. And our year to date, super interesting. You can see that even today, we're 3,000 less on homes, 22,000 less on inventory, 14,000 less on solds, and of course, 11,000 less closed, or 11,000 less pended homes than what we've had before. Now, super interesting when you take a look at the relationship between, if we have 22,000 less homes coming on market, naturally we're going to have less homes sold. And fortunately, it's not the 22,000, but it is significantly less. And in fact, the Northwest MLS, where between that and Trend Graphics, where we get all of our metrics, when they take a look at their newsletter, it is very similar. And some of my, I would consider cohorts in the industry have said very much the same thing as far as what we're looking at trending and what is happening and going to happen this year and then following into next year. So that translates into a question that was asked, and they said, George, you always do new construction and you always do foreclosures. Well, yes, those are good metrics to monitor. And they said, well, how come you don't do like luxury homes or waterfront homes? And then, of course, Chris, one of our team members, he has his own channel also, Christopher Garza. Go look it up. He does the Seattle, South Seattle areas and whatnot, and a fun channel to listen to. Here's the funny thing. So he did a waterfront, and I thought, well, I can't let him beat me. I got to do a waterfront. So anyway, so here it is. Between the clients and Christopher, we're going to do waterfront. And here's what's super interesting. Note that our inventory is changed very little. The volume of sold homes has changed very little. Now, mind you, interest rates still gone up on the luxury homes. Okay, yes, it's important, but understand again, it is not having the dramatic effect that a lot of people expect. Why? Because most financially astute people understand. Hey, listen. We're not going to see the threes again. We're probably not going to see the fours again because that was artificial. Sure, we missed the mark. It was artificial, but anything between 5.75 and 7% always is where the median tends to run. And based on that, they're able to get some pretty good values. And even still, as we take a look at some of these numbers, okay, you can see that our active inventory, what is lagging as far as not new, solded and pended, look, they're not far off at all. They're very close as far as numbers. So we're not seeing much of a lag at all. In fact, we're seeing a very consistent sales pattern. And that is consistent across King, Pierce, and Snohomish County and in some of the outlying areas. These waterfront homes are across the entire Northwest MLS, which is half of Washington State, a little bit more than half. So that still tells you that regardless of area, we are still seeing very good sales, very good demographics, continuing to happen in those areas, which is awesome, right? Then when we take a look at our interest rates, so they came down just a little bit, 7.12. The last one that we got on the chart there was 7.29, and they have been bobbling in the low sevens for quite a while, and they will continue to do so. I do not expect the Feds to do much as far as commercial rate increases, because remember, the Feds do not control residential mortgages. It's only commercial and HELOCs and car loans, credit cards, and what banks lend to each other. All right, but they will affect a residential mortgage, which is a publicly traded stock. Anyway, so when we take a look at that, you can see that we still have quite a bit of activity there. And it is going to pull back as we hit in the higher sevens, and then buyers become more active. As we hit at about 6.6, 6.7, they come out and we see a lot of increased activity, especially with new construction. All right, so with that, if you guys have any questions, make sure that you ask, and check out, again, a free calculator. You can go in. This is an example. There are 4 different loan options. You can go in and play with this calculator. What are my taxes? What if I do interest rate changes? What if I do a buy down? It is a super cool free tool for you to use. It will be in the link will be down below. Make sure you subscribe and take a look at it. And of course, there it is. Smash that subscribe button and let us know that you like what you're hearing. Feel free to ask any questions. Remember to like it. It just tells us that we're doing the right things. And again, if there's any subject you want covered, like they wanted waterfront covered, let us know, and we'll take care of you. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll see you on the next video, and have a great day. Take care.